Mrs. Beals, and we're here to talk about multiplying with word problems. Now, we've talked about word problems before. We've talked about Linus the minus and words that kind of clue us in on that we're going to be subtracting, that we're going to have less. But we also have guess the plus words, words that kind of clue us in that we're going to be adding together or finding a total. Well, for multiplying, there's a lot of keywords too that let us know that we're going to multiply. Some of these words overlap with guess the plus. When you think about guess the plus, he's adding and putting together. Well, multiplying adds and puts together also. So I'm going to show you a rhyme about Murphy the multiplier because there's some new words in that rhyme that might let you know, hey, we're not adding here, we're actually multiplying. So let me see if I have it down here. It's pretty simple. Here it is. Murphy the multiplier. Murphy's a multiplier. He loves to times. Factors together all of the time. Shelves, each, packages, or rows. Words that mean equal groups. Well, he is a pro. So for this rhyme, guys, I've added in some red words. These red words are often words that we see when we're multiplying. But you need to see that it says any words that mean equal groups can be considered a multiplying word. But when you see things like when you see guess the plus words like altogether, total, make sure that there's no Murphy multiplying words in there also, because sometimes we might be adding when really the problem wants us to multiply. So let's do a few together. Okay, I'm going to scooch over to, let's see, where is it? Right here. We're not going to do all of these today. We're just going to do a few. I'm going to skip around and then we'll actually finish this at a later time. So what I want you to do is look at this first one with me. Robert put some toy blocks into 3 rows. You immediately see a Murphy the multiplier word, rows. What does the word row make you think of? Does it make you think of equal groups? Does it make you think of number lines? Does it make you think of arrays? When I think of rows, it makes me think of arrays. Remember we did arrays where they were rows with equal amounts in each row? Okay, Robert put some toy blocks into 3 rows. There are 5 blocks in each row. Look, each row. Those are 2 Murphy multiplier words. How many blocks are there in all? Now, this is what I was talking about. In all is guess the plus. That's what we're used to doing. However, when you see Murphy multiplying words in a problem, it's almost always going to be multiplication over guess the plus, okay? If you saw in all with none of these multiplication words, then we would add. But since you see in all with all of these multiplication words, we're definitely going to multiply, okay? So, what numbers am I going to multiply? Well, I have the number 3 and I have the number 5. So it's most likely going to be 3 times 5. Let's draw a model to solve 3 times 5. Since it says rows, I'm going to actually use rows and make it like an array. Okay? So, for 3 times 5, I need 3 rows. There's my 3 rows. I need 5 in each row. So, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many blocks are there in all? Well, I've got to count all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my answer is 15 blocks. Okay, let's look down at number 2. If I can get my, here we go. Oops, that's a little bit big. Okay, let's see if we see any of our Murphy the multiplier words. Mr. Fernandez is putting tiles on his kitchen floor. Tiles. That word should really get your attention. When we're talking about tiles, tiles are laid in perfect rows and columns, just like an array. So when you see the word tiles, that might be one of those Murphy the multiplier words that's not in our list but still has to do with equal groups and equal rows. So Mr. Fernandez is putting tiles on his kitchen floor. There are 2 rows. Rows, there's an important word. with 9 tiles in each row. There's each row, that's multiplying words. How many tiles are there in all? In all is guess the plus, but when we see guess the plus with multiplying words, we know that we're going to multiply. So the numbers that the problem give us are 2 and 9. So we're going to multiply 2 times 9 to find how many in all. Okay? Because it tells me rows, I'm going to go ahead and make an array because that's what I think of when I think of rows. Okay? So I need 2 rows because my first factor is 2. And I need 9 in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To find how many rows in all, I've got to count all these. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I'm going to have my total number of tiles is 18. So my answer is 18 tiles. Okay. All right. You just solved 2 word problems using multiplication. You all found the Murphy the multiplier words. I'm going to erase these so we can scroll down to do a couple more. If we scroll down, I want to look at number 4. Okay. Number 4 says, in Saurabh's classroom there are 3 rows. What Murphy the multiplying word do you see? Rows. With 7 desks in each row. You all see another multiplying word, each row. How many desks are there in all? Guess the plus word, but when you see guess the plus with multiplying, you know that you're going to multiply. So, let's look at our numbers. Our numbers are 3 times, what's our other number? 7. So what is that going to give me? Well, let me do a model of rows and columns. Let me do an array. Well, here we go. I need 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And I need 7 in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, how many is that total? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So that's going to be 21. So how many desks are there in all? There are 21 desks. Okay. I believe that's all I want to do today. Yes, the other ones we're going to do a different day. But today I just want you to go away knowing your Murphy the multiplier words. Are any words that give you a clue that they're in equal groups? Some of our examples are, let me get down here and pull up Murphy again. Okay. Shelves, those make you think of rows. Each makes you think of equal groups. Packages makes you think of equal groups. Rows also make you think of equal groups. Another word that we saw in there were tiles. Tiles are laid in equal rows and equal groups. So Murphy's a multiplier. He loves to times. Factors together all of the time. Shelves, each, packages, or rows. Words that mean equal groups. Well, he is a pro. All right, guys, you did a great job solving your multiplication word problems. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow.